Amen.
I would like to recognize the presence of eminent people that are, we have Brigid Kosgei, who is the world record holder in marathon. Let us appreciate Brigid. We have Geoffrey. Let's appreciate again the athletes. We also have Martin Kaino, who has also been in the track for many years. Let us appreciate Martin wherever he is. Charles Mudiwa, let's appreciate Stanbic Bank. And the Nakuru team led by Leonard. Kenya Manufacturers, we have our chair, Madam Paris Bothia. Also we have Madam Susan there, the county government of Nakuru, for this great work. And without further ado, I would like to welcome the CEC Cooperative and Industrialization, Mr. Raymond Komen. Appreciate Mr. Raymond Komen.
Excellency the Governor of Nakuru, Honorable, today Governor, sir, you've been passionate about the city. Your Excellency, this is one of the activities you have lined up to welcome the city of Nakuru. It has been designed by a team of technical people together with our partners, such that we offer a unique event for this country and for this city of ours. Your Excellency, Nakuru is a key business hub. It's a key contributor to national GDP. This county is a key agricultural county. It's also a key tourism county. We are a conferencing hub. We are rich in tourism and wildlife. We are rich in natural resources. So this event will blend very well with our business, with our heritage, and with our natural resources. And the future will be to position Nakuru as a key sports tourism destination. The county government, sir, would want to partner fully into the long run with the private sector as a co-host. One of our objectives as county government is to afford the private sector a conducive environment to thrive. This is one of the events that we are identifying to be a corporate sort of private sector event co-hosted with the county government. And we are happy that on a short notice, the private sector has responded to our call for partnership. Today, we have some of them, and we will be happy to unveil. Your Excellency, as a county, we have benchmarks with the sister cities and towns of this country, of Nairobi and Eldoret. And since under your leadership, we have made significant strides in terms of youth development and becoming a powerhouse of champions. This event is timely and will be of great importance to our visitors and to our champions. So, Your Excellency, that is our opening remark, and we are happy to have you and the partners who are here. After this, we'll be able to sit with more partners. We want as many to come on board and take advantage of this event to be able to thrive as a business community. So thank you very much, Your Excellency, and I am grateful that the business community is here and we will work with them. I want to make a special mention to our partner, Midlands Hotel. I think the directors are here, please. Your Excellency, this hotel was established in 1905 or 1907, and it is at the heart of Nakuru. And our partners who are here are right neighbors of the Midlands Hotel. So the heritage of this county cannot be talked about without mentioning the name of Midlands. So thank you, Midlands, and they are coming in as a hospitality partner for this marathon. So thank you very much. and we look forward to a beautiful marathon. Asante.
To be here for the unveiling of this Nakuru City Marathon and take you through a small presentation of what we can expect on the 28th of November when the City Marathon takes place. So I'll have a small presentation that I will take you through. For the other run, the Family Fun Run, we'll award trophies and prizes, and all finishers also will have a certificate which they'll be able to download from the website once we are done with the event. Some of the activities, the post-race activities we're looking at, of course, we'll have ADAC on board to maintain a fair racing climate. They will test the winners of the races to make sure that they did not dope. So those activities will happen there. And then, of course, we'll have the prize giving and speeches.
All members in this room, I want to say good morning. We are here because of what we want to launch about the younger generation. We want to talk about those young athletes who are comers, how they will build their self until they become. How do they do until they grow up? So now I want to thank again the government of Nakuru and for hosting such things, and again I want to thank again the tourist board because here is agriculture, everything, not unless the sports activities. That's why we are here today to talk about launching of this marathon, and I am happy. I'm really happy because I was being invited here to come and see how this marathon will be held on that 28th. And again, I want to say thanks for the government to allow this supportment or sponsorship. For example, Stanbic to sponsor this athletic and this young generation. And then again, I want to say we want this sport which we started here. We want to be a future generation of the young athletes, because for example, me now I train until I reach somewhere. I will go to retire, and then wale wadogo wanakuja na wana train, wananifuata nyuma yangu. So nataka tushikane kama ndugu na dada, tuwe pamoja ili turesi hii marathon yetu isidi kuendelea. In 3 years itakuwa imeendelea, imegrow, sababu hii ni town yetu. Tunataka Nakuru iwe town ile ya kushine kwa athletes, isiwe ya tourist peke yake ama agriculture peke yake. Iwe ya kushine kwa kila kitu, kila jambo, na tunajua hii is the most home of tourist. Na tunataka igrow sana, ikue town kubwa hata kwa athletes. Tunataka ikue home of future athletes. So tunataka turaise hii marathon ili kuje wasaidie wale wachanga wetu, sababu hata mimi nikienda retire sahi, kuna wale wachanga wangu wanakuja nyumae, wanakuja sema nataka nikue kama Brigid, which is record holder, na ndafanyaje ndio nifike hapo hivyo. Sasa mimi nataka niseme kama mimi at least nataka nipea wa changamoto ya kuambia waje wakue karibu hiyo siku, ndio wapate wa changamoto ili wajue wanakimbiaje. Kuna most of athletes wanakimbia kwa macamps, wana train, wako shape, wako sawa, lakini there is no way to go to participate in other side, ama hawana nafasi ya kwenda kukimbia inji za nje sababu hawajafika kiwango. Sasa nataka tuweze kujisupport ndio tuweze kuraise hawa kuje another level, kwa kuja slowly by slowly. Ili hata wakifika kiwango fulani wanasema kama si mimi kuanzia hii marathon ya Nakuru singekuwa hapa. For example, mimi sasa nilianza ku train nilikuwa sijajua ku train, alafu nikafika tu kiwango naona wenzangu kwa TV, nasema si hata mimi nitaanza ku train nifike hapo. Kufika mahali nikasema mimi najiamulia naweza kwenda kukimbia half marathon nyingine. Kuna half marathon ilikuwa kule Kabenguria. Nikaenda kaanzia hapo. Nikasema hii marathon hata mimi nataka nifike mahali fulani, mahali naona watu wenzangu wakikimbia. So nikafika hapo, nika participate, lakini nikakuwa number 20 something. The other year nikasema leo nataka nikuwe number 1. So lazima ni work hard ndio nikuwe number 1. So nikaenda the other year nikakuwa number 1, and that's why it started to motivate me to be a runner. Kumbe everything with the forecast you will manage to do it. So nikaanza kujitahidi hivyo pole. That's why nataka ni encourage wenzangu wadogo. Hii maneno ya mbio ni pole tu mpaka unaenda una grow. Hakuna mtu anayeanza saa hii na win na kwe champion. You can start from slowly mpaka ufike mahali unafika. So hata mimi nataka ni encourage wenzangu wadogo wenye bado wako wachanga. Karibu kwa hii marathon ambayo tutaheld hapa. Na wakaribisha wote wenye wana train, wenye wana participate. Na wakaribisha wote mkuje tu participate wote, tuone mahali mtu atafika. Hata hapa hivi ndio jaribio la kwanza kukimbia. Maybe hakuna mtu anayeenda somewhere anataka kuparticipate hapa. Lakini hiyo siku ndio wakaribisha wote mahali hapa tuone mahali tutakuwa, na tutashukuru Mwenyezi Mungu. And then nataka nishukuru Stanbic because wana sponsor na wamenisupport kwa vitu mingi sana. Nashukuru hao sana kwa sababu tuko nao kwa kila kona, na nawashukuru sana. Na pia mimi sina la kusema mingi, miangu tu ni haya, na nataka niseme tena tunataka tu market hii Nakuru ikue kama the most beautiful country in everything. We don't want to be tourist only. Hatutaki ikue ya tourist peke yake ama ya agriculture. Tunataka ikue hata most than the Eldoret. Mimi naishingi kule Eldoret, Elgeyo Marakwet. Sasa tunataka ikue most attractive in even sport, everything, not only the tourist or agriculture. Any part of sports, anything ikue tu hapa, ili hata wazungu wale wakitoka ng'ambo wanasema tu tunaenda Nakuru, isikue Nairobi peke yake. So nadhani wengine wanasema sasa huyu anakuja kusupport hapa Nakuru na anawacha kule Eldoret mahali anatoka, sababu nimealikwa na watu wangu ya Stanbic na nafurahia hapa Nakuru. That's why ndio niko mahali hapa. So kwa hiyo yote sina ya kusema, nasema asante.
Thank you so much, Brigid. Brigid ametwambia tuwe na subira na train pole and raise yake.
CEO, all protocols wire. Good morning. Kwanza nachukua fursa hii kushukuru kwanza Nakuru County kupata wanipei nafasi kuwa brand ambassador ya race ndio ya Nakuru, na ninasema asante kwa kutu recognize kama athletes wale wameweza kuwakilisha nchi ya Kenya. Asante sana Your Excellency. Kitu ingine ya pili ninasema hii mbio ya Nakuru tunaona kwamba itakuja kubadilisha Nakuru City, itabadilisha City vile ilivyo sahihi. So tunasema asante, na tunajua kwamba tutafanya kazi pamoja na kaunti na tutasaidia wanariadha wale upcomings. Sahii wanaona kwamba wakiona, mnajua leo wanaweza piga simu, tunakimbia hewani, watapiga simu, tunakimbia, wanataka wakisikia kuna mbio hii Nakuru, wanafikiria ni kesho. Lakini nasema asante sana na gavana, umefungua roho ya wanariadha wale upcoming sahii. Kwanza wakiona leo kesho, wakiwezekana wanaweza fika Nakuru wa confirm, lakini tunajua kwamba imekuwa na itaendelea hivyo, na tunashukuru sana Mungu kwa hiyo. Haikuwa imefika wakati wake, na wakati wake ni huu sasa, under our governor Lee Kinyanjui. So tunasema asante na Mungu awabariki, na asante sana kwa my sister kwa kutujoin hapa Nakuru County. Tunakuja kama imeanzishwa hivi, najua tutakuja kupita kweli kwa kwenu, tutakuja kuwashinda so kufika kwa kwenu, waambie wafanye kazi, mazoezi mzuri, sababu hapa huku tunayo wanariadha wengi ambao wako wamepata nafasi ya kutoka nje. Na sasa wakati huu tunajua kwamba wasungu sasa watajua Nakuru County ni wapi ama vipi. Watajua sio waende tu huko Lake Nakuru, watakuja sasa kuuliza kama na tunataka mwanariadha na huyu. So na hiyo ni maendeleo ya mzuri sana, imetusaidia sana. Mimi hasa nimesaidika sana na athletics kama na nimejua mengi, imenitembeza, nimejua nini na nini. So hayo maneno yote imesemekana na Madam from Athletics Kenya, tunajua, na hiyo route kweli amesema ni kweli, watu wachache maybe wataenda kusafiri, na sina mengi ya kusema tena. Nasema asante tu na Mungu awabariki. And members were under ama staffs were under CEOs wenye wanafanya kazi CEO, wanafanya kazi governor. Tuendelee pamoja, najua tutashirikiana pamoja. Watu wa media tunasema asante, mmekuwa mkipeana kazi zetu sana ili tujulikane sana. Bila nyinyi tunajua hatungekuwa hivi, bila nyinyi singekuwa najua na tungekaa na kina our governor hapa. So ninasema asante na mbarikiwe. God bless you all.
Thank you so much, Geoffrey.
I want to take this opportunity to appreciate everybody for coming for the unveiling of this important event. It gives me great pleasure to be with you here today and to share the vision of the unveiling of Nakuru City Marathon. Your Excellency, the Nakuru City Marathon is a great addition to the local athletics calendar, as it gives the local athletes a chance to compete at home against some of the best in the country and the world. Your Excellency, this marathon will position Nakuru as an emerging running mecca given its ideal geographical and tourist hub location in the country. It is central location with athletes. Rich Rift Valley region will attract some of the best runners to come and compete in this event, and thereby raising its profile as a future international event. Your Excellency, sir, We have ongoing projects such as the Keringet High Altitude Academy, which will facilitate training of the sports men and women to nurture their talents in athletics from grassroots level to international levels. Your Excellency, sir, the upgrading of Afraha Stadium to international standards will enable the stadium to host international games, which will be a great achievement to our country. Initially, I like football so much, and I play number 9. But when athletics, I joined the department. Even last night we didn't sleep with my team, and they are here. Let me show you how we are ready for this event. I have my
colleagues from Stanbic Bank, our esteemed athletes. I really appreciate you here, our esteemed champions actually, not just athletes. The private sector and members of the chamber, we really appreciate it. We are members of the chamber too, so we are your members, Madam Paris. So we're really happy to be here. Members of media, ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much to see you here. I do have my colleagues from Rift Valley here, Ken and Surumat, who are representatives here. We want to say thank you, special welcome to them and recognize them. Today is a moment of celebration and for us a dream. And I was talking to the governor earlier on and I say, each time I have a meeting with him, we always come up with something and we end up with a dream. I met him a couple of months ago, a year ago or two, and we were in Nairobi then, and we agreed we need to do some partnership. And we came up with an idea for a partnership, and today I think we're working together in the Okulima market and doing a lot of work to support some of the initiatives for the traders and supporting their business. The last time we came here to sign a memorandum, we spoke about the marathon, that we should look at doing a marathon here. And here we are today launching a marathon. So I'm quite excited that dreams do actually happen. Our esteemed athlete champions here spoke about dreams, and they need to be patient and to work towards them and to be consistent and determined. And that's what it is about. For us, we see that anything that you dream about, it can be. And that's our payoff line. It can be in our Ezekana. If you dream about it, you can make it happen. So as Stanbic, we are honored today to be the title sponsor for the Nakuru City Marathon. We believe that it is a journey that we see helping empower youth and to ensure that we can support the young people, give them dreams and make it happen for them. Because that's the only way we can get them to the next stages. We've worked in Nakuru in many areas. We do have a presence here as a bank. We've worked in this place for a long time. You may not know it, but where our branch today, and I was talking to the Midlands Hotel earlier on, was the original Ottoman Bank. It's over 100 years. Ottoman Bank started there, moved and became National Grindlays in 1969. And then from 1969, and then 1994, I think 92, 94, it became Stanbic Bank. So we have a history of presence in Nakuru which goes back 100 years. And therefore, we are not strangers or new, but are proud of our heritage and presence in this place. Recognizing that, we are also a very strong player in this market. We play a very strong role. We are probably the largest financiers of dairy, the largest financiers of floriculture, which are the main commodities produced in Nakuru. And therefore our heritage and presence in this market has always been very strong and will continue to be very strong. And we all like this place because we love agriculture. And personally, I'm a farmer at heart, and I know your CEC convinced me that I should become a farmer in Nakuru. So I bought my first plants of avocados a couple of weeks ago, which I'm planting here. So we are quite excited about doing this journey. Over and above this, we've worked with the county to support the SMEs, and we are working very hard to support the initiatives, the SMEs. We are offering trainees for our SMEs here in our program, which we call Future in Digital, which we are partnering with Microsoft And we've worked very hard to ensure that we provide digital training to a lot of businesses in this market. We are also working with the borders, and we are hoping we can also uplift them as we work on this journey to ensure that they also feel the support that we can give them. From a sports point of view, we have been actively involved in sport, and we have supported the Rugby Association for many years, including the Sevens team. And I know that one of the games were being played in Nakuru, and we've supported them consistently for that. Over and above that, we've also supported marathons. We're two, I think, title sponsors for the Eldoret Marathon for 2 years, I think 2019 and 2020, 2018 and 2020. So we have supported marathons before, and therefore we're quite excited that today we are launching the Nakuru Marathon, which we see as a great occasion. We're very excited to hear about the high altitude training center in Serengeti, because I think that's important to provide appropriate facilities for the young people to have access to training and for them to be able to be conditioned and to compete at the best at the top. But we're also excited to see the champions that we see today, Brigid and Geoffrey, and we want to say congratulations, a former champions and a current champion. That's a huge inspiration for all of us to see what can be. But I think it's been highlighted, what I'm impressed most about is their humility and their determination and courage to win. I mean, most of us, you win one prize, you're making noise all over town. But the real champions are very humble and very simple. And we really want to take this as a lesson for a lot of our young people, just to learn, to understand what can be and what can be done. So we want to thank them for that. So as we come today, we want to say thank you very much for inviting us, but also very proud to be members of this and to join you in this journey. I did hear that the last one was in 2014. Now for us, this is the start. We are not bragging. So you can expect to see us here next year. Now if the county decides to pull out, we will go on. So we will carry on. Because as I've told you, we've been here for 100 years. What we start, we don't stop. So please look forward to seeing us again next year, because we want to make this the most eminent marathon in Kenya. And we want this to be on the same footing as what we see in London, Chicago, and everywhere else. Because we believe that we do have the people, we do have the resources, but above all, we have the terrain, and the hotels and the environment which actually can make champions. And therefore, we are celebrating today. I think we've heard other counties call themselves the home of champions, the source of champions. And as we were saying earlier on, this is the future home of champions. So we want today to launch the marathon that will generate the future home of champions. And we want to look back in 10 years and say, Nakuru County is in truly the future home of champions, because we'll be producing all the champions into the future. And therefore, we want to celebrate this occasion for that reason. And we want to say thank you for this, and we're quite excited about it. Just a small note that I saw. During the presentation, there was one little note that caught my eye, the stragglers van. Now, that really worried me. And I thought, gee, so I can assure you, I have no intention of being in that van. And I hope everyone here will make sure they're not in that van. Because we were talking earlier on that we have a special category of those who may not be able to just make even the fun run, but we have to give them some incentive at the winning point for them to get to the winning point. And I see the stragglers van is very appropriate. So let's all practice, let's all make sure that we are ready for this very day. On the 28th, the stragglers van must come back empty, because we will all have practiced very well. So I thank you and congratulations, Your Excellency, for this wonderful initiative. We are with you. We want to see the future home of champions become a reality, because it can be in our Ezekana.
Thank you so much.
our big thank you to all of you who have made it to come here today. Our listeners and supporters of the Nakuru City Marathon, wherever they are. And a special mention to our co-sponsor, the Stanbic Bank, led by the CEO, Charles Mudiwa, who has just spoken before me. Our big gratitude, because for a function of this nature to happen, we need a partner who believes in it. And when we came to you, you were there for us. And one thing I also note is that these athletics or long distance race is largely an African conversation. And I have been told that your bank is Pan-African. So this is your race. Thank you. We have other sponsors locally, Kenya Association of Manufacturers, Midlands, our Athletics Kenya partners, the county government of Nakuru, and most importantly, our elite runners who have also come here today. I just want to say a few things because really this is the day for our runners. But first is to emphasize the role of sports. And you know that Kenya has had a very, very impressive record globally in the area of athletics. I personally have watched many races in Chicago, London, all these places where Kenya sometimes gets number 1, 2, and 3, where our national anthem is played up to 3 times in one team. Globally, the whole world has to listen to us. So I really want to thank our athletes, those who are here and many others who are not here, for putting our name in the international map. Sometimes those of us who get the opportunity to visit some outside the country, when you say you come from Kenya, there is an unwritten presumption that you also are a runner. But we know that is not always the case. But thank you for putting Kenya first. And sometimes your work has been very important because every country requires to brand itself in a certain way. And as a county, we also celebrate your success. Not just in a way of saying it, but you have invested heavily in athletics empowerment. We have a Kiringate academy that we are coming up with. We have put about 120 million shillings in that academy. And ideally what we hope to do is to get young students, standard 4, standard 5, all the way, so that they can do their training in sports and also continue their academics. In the past, there has been a very difficult question. Your child is very talented, but if they go to school, they will not be able to continue with their talent. So we want to see how we can nurture our children so that they don't have to make a decision between academics and talent. And I believe in a few years, we'll be able to produce some of the best runners across the world. And we have also said, we also need to mentor them. Some of them are very young, they go, they win those big marathons, they get 20 million, they have never dealt with it. So we also need to give them some sort of financial literacy so that they can know how to put their money. And finally, when they are no longer running, their money can keep running for them. So all these, because running is one part of it, but there are other aspects that are required so that our runners can have the full benefits of the talent that God has given them. Then secondly is also to give the same challenge to our runners as they run in our big marathons across the globe. Sometimes we have found it almost satirical that just after they have won, they are being told to give a speech. You know, sometimes when you're running, you focus on one thing, which is winning. So just after you've won, all your energies are down, they want you to speak. And you know, sometimes the language that is in your mind is either your mother tongue or your Swahili. So I also want to say that when we win, we have an opportunity to talk to the world in the language we know. Right? And I look forward to that day when a Kenyan athlete will win and even speak in Kenya. let the world get translators into Chinese and English and any other language. Because I have seen them in China, when they win, they speak in Chinese. When the Spanish go, they speak in Spanish. Even our friends from Ethiopia, they speak in Amharic. But when it comes to us, we win and then we struggle. Can we speak in Kikalenji? Can we speak in Kikuyu if you win? If you are Luo, can you speak in Luo? Or even at worst, Kiswahili. Isn't it? Yeah, so I think also, language is an act of cultural pride. So if after winning you're not even proud of your own language, then that does not take us very far. And I think in the coming days, that will really be what we expect of us. Then allow me also to say that there has been speculation whether I will be running in this marathon. I want to confirm that I will be running. I am aware that there is nothing in my physique to suggest that will happen, but I am encouraged by, there's a proverb in my community that says that the tusks of an elephant are never too heavy for it. Okay? So I still can run. Even with my tusks, I can run. And this goes out also to all the other people who are differently abled, that this marathon is for all of us. Those who can do 21 kilometers, my fellow runners here, those who can do 5, it's really a fun thing. And I think we hope that the van should also be bigger, to even if it will finally be empty, let it be big enough in the event our differently able persons stand in great numbers. And I will start my training. The only thing I've told myself, I would also want somebody with a medical background to be training with me. But in short, it should be a fun day. A fun day for all of us, for our families, for our athletes, and also for our city. And as we all know, our city must have a character. And one of the characters we want to get out for Nakuru is a sporting culture. And it is for that reason that even in the development of our infrastructure around Nakuru, we are emphasizing on non-motorized traffic. Pathways where people can walk, people can jog, people can sit and do all those things. We are looking at some areas like Milimani, how we can designate certain areas so if you have joggers who want to be going early in the morning and stuff like that, they can go where they are safe and there's infrastructure to support it. So our city must have a culture. And one of those things we want to be known for is having infrastructure that is supportive of the sporting culture. All right? And you also know that we have a Afraha Stadium where we are putting nearly 700 million shillings to upgrade it and also to offer running services, including a track, so that in the morning or even during the day, you can go park your car and do your 10 laps or something like that. There will be changing rooms and all those other services so that we can have a healthy population around our cities. Because the problem we have in our urban centers, we are very busy in the morning. Maybe you drop your child, you go to work, you're in an office until evening. Then evening you go home, you're busy looking for money, and more often than not, you don't get it. So you're in that cycle every day. So we must incorporate this thing of live, work, and play. In our Nyayo Gardens just here, which will be opening early next month, we have also put a walking track. So even if you are right here in Kenyatta Avenue and in the evening you think you need to do some 5 laps, I think all those opportunities will be there. And I want to emphasize that in the next few years, if you will be unfit in Nakuru, it is not because of lack of infrastructure. It's because of your attitude and laziness. Correct? And I think this is really where we want to go. Again, to emphasize that our slogan in Nakuru is that we are a county of unlimited opportunities. And one of those opportunities is actually in sports. Geoffrey has just said that maybe unlike many other industries where there is a ceiling, we can produce as many athletes as we can. So all we need is to invest, train them, get in the infrastructure necessary for our young people to participate in sports, and I think also more importantly to guide them and to ensure that they also achieve the pinnacle of their career. And I am happy that Nakuru is here today, part of that greater opportunity, to give our athletes an opportunity so that also the sponsors, the international sponsors, can come here, pick a few of our young people, and thereby will have given them a new lease of life in their own careers. So I think this is really the future. And I want to confirm, not too long ago, I visited Keringet, and I was amazed to find over 100 young kids in Standard 3, others in Standard 6, others 12, 15 years old, all of them, some running without shoes, without any gear, and in them, I saw a great future in our county. This is the future that we want to unlock. So I want to thank all of you, and to confirm that we look forward to this great day. We invite our top athletes, Geoffrey and Brigid, who are here, and many others who are out there. Let's come and start one opportunity that in another 10 years will be the premier event for the whole country. And when we start something, in Nakuru we are slow to start, but when we start for perfection. And, we hope that will do. So I want to conclude by once again inviting everybody from the whole country, from even across and internationally. We'll call everybody and make that day a success. Asante sana, and may God bless you all.
Smile for the camera. All of us, let us appreciate, let us clap for the unveiling of Nakuru. It's because His Excellency has said he will be running on that day. So then we can have the CEO with the 2 treats.